Yo, I'm K.Rule 34 and I'm still the most erotic K.Rule main on the internet. And welcome to another episode of K.Rule's learning session. I hope my audio is fine. I'm talking a little more quietly as you may realize, but I tried to make my microphone just a little louder so that it hopefully still works. Maybe a little of a challenging episode for me today. We are gonna see about that. We are gonna make the opposite than I usually do. Usually the replay that was sent to me first, I watch first. This is the newest one and we are gonna look at the second newest one after, and the first one I got sent last. Because this is long-time watcher, long-time Discord member Tuxmillion with his min that I'm probably not going to be able to say much about. Afterwards will be a great challenge for me, as I have to, like, this may sound stupid saying that this is a challenge, but I'm going to have to analyze a player I know very, very well with his playstyle, because Smitty sent in a replay, and for the end I'm gonna save King K.Rule. So, let's take a look at Hero against Min, Tuxmillion's replay. He plays Min, so I'm very... I did a cut expecting to, like, just go back in a moment, but the replay seems to still be working, even though there was an error with a communication error. Yeah, we take those. So you can see, I haven't seen his min in quite a long time. I kind of hope that he really kept track of what this is supposed to be, because if the game is going on like that, what am I supposed to say that Hero isn't, like, doing anything to you? Yeah, zoom, something Hero can do. There you were jumping around a little too much, which got you hit by Kaboom, even though you, in theory, could have easily shielded or even reflected. But yeah, so far, what else am I supposed to say? Not only do I not know Min well. Yeah, the one thing I can say, I believe, is you are in the air a lot, which can be good, but also in the air you just don't have many options that you have on the ground. I like how Min literally... Oh no, she didn't despawn, it just looked kind of weird. Yeah. What did I want to say? You are jumping a whole lot. And you kind of just have less options in the air, especially against Hero as Min, as you only can reflect on the ground. Big thing here. Also, it feels like a lot of your gameplayers really jump, throw out arms, which is definitely good because it covers more than just stay still, throw out arms, but still adaptable. I'm trying to get... Yeah, that's, I feel like, the main problem. It feels like you are never ready for the projectiles Hero throws out pretty much. You get hit by a lot of those, even though they are easy to shield or even to reflect as Min. A lot of your defensive aerial options also seem a little weird so far. Especially you often do directional air dodges in pretty weird scenarios where they can get punished easily. Directional air dodges often are not too great of an option because, well, they are just insanely laggy. Hitting Hero there. you go for those down tilts a lot, which I do not quite get. Like down tilt for 2-framing, yeah, can work, but you have Ram. Isn't that like way better in scenarios like that? Like, as I said, I don't know Min too well, but I cannot find an argument on why down tilt would be way better than Ram. Like, yeah, you can probably do follow-ups out of down tilt, but why would you need that? Alright, now hero has pretty much no mana but is buffed. Very risky off-stage play by hero. This guy is also playing weird at times. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the damage you get, or a lot of the punishes you don't get, are just caused by you acting kind of prematurely. Just, how do I describe it? You throw out a move just expecting them to be there with no safety whatsoever, and usually those moves being at least somewhat committal, like up smash. And if you just wait and react to what they do, you could usually really get something bigger, a better punish. Just mess your opponent up quite a bit more. Once again here, you did do a roll read, which, yeah, he did roll, but was that really the best option? Not killing here. Zoom. Yeah, a lot of landing with Nea right now. That's definitely the stock. Doesn't accelerate, even make you lighter. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. A big part is also that Min's arms can be beaten by quite some moves, which also can harm you with the playstyle of really trying to get in your damage often. Once again, a pretty aggressive down tilt. I can see a lot of the stuff you are doing working at times, just because your opponent just does not expect you to play aggressive as Min. But this hero kind of didn't... Now I have to go back. This hero just didn't really want to play aggressively. Also, just to be fair here, the internet isn't Nintendo's fault right now completely. I'm uploading a video in the background, which is why I'm also... Like, I am just confident I can do this kind of video like that. But yeah, we are gonna get into it once again, take a look at some stuff again, so maybe I can get some more info. So in the beginning, hero definitely didn't seem too ready to get around your stuff. I feel like he was playing way more aggressive in the beginning. You called out a lot of his jumps very well also as the match went on. But the projectile non-awareness is really a big part of why in the end you lost. You got hit by so many projectiles you could easily have avoided. Here, for example, is like a situation you got a down tilt, but what did that down tilt get you? What even could that down tilt have gotten you that Ram couldn't have done better? That's kind of the point I didn't understand here. So, I feel like, yeah, jumping as Min can definitely be good. Here's one of those air dodges. Again, probably just kind of panicky because you realized too late that you would throw the fireball. And yeah, that was definitely not necessary to get hit by either. You jump a lot as Min, do a lot of jumping arms, which can definitely be good, and it covers space very well. But also there are situations like this. Yeah. Sometimes you probably should try to just stay grounded and stay away a little. It's like Min Min is good at that. It's definitely a strength of the character that you can play grounded very well. And you just want to play grounded sometimes, which you don't seem to be doing too often. Which also I feel like he could have gotten punished way harder if that hero just played more grounded himself at times. That headshot man I will never get. What? Like, he even scrolled down to get it. Here's the up smashes, sometimes a little greedy. Kind of trying to get the kill a lot, I feel like. Even though sometimes it's better. I really love saying that, especially because it's a thing that can definitely happen with a character like K.Rule. Because, well, very defensive at times. In every situation, you'd rather have your opponent live to 180 but only take 50% than have your opponent die at 130 but die yourself in the process. Sometimes playing defensively is better, even if it makes the game be longer, which is something people often seem to want to avoid. For multiple reasons, because they just don't want to play a game that long and often kind of defensively. And also, I feel like especially with Min Min, you hear a lot how campy and annoying your character is, which I would agree with, but because of that kind of, I feel like in this match you kind of don't want to camp that much. Because you don't want people to be like, probably that's all wrong what I'm saying right now, but it's just something that kind of feels like it could be true here. Just kind of the mindset, I don't want people to see me as the campy Min Min that many players of this character just are. So I'm trying not to camp, even if defensive gameplay would be your win condition in a scenario like that. That's something people kind of have to understand more in this game. Also, playing against a defensive player, you don't have to like it. But don't blame the player for doing something that works. He's got the option, so why would he not use it? Well, I hope I could help out a little. And now we are getting to probably a pretty challenging thing for me. Smitty's replay with his Bowser, which isn't only Smitty, who I should know quite well, which is why I don't know how much I can help him really. It's also against Dark Pit. Yeah, I know which one is him. And he says, played a really good Dark Pit today. Pretty much all of the games were last stock. I do not know what I could have done better in like 90% of interactions. Let's see if I find some. I hope that I can say to have at least somewhat of a grasp on Bowser alone by playing against you a lot. So yeah. Dark Pit was very ready for the air dodge back here. Yeah, just the armor. Gotta be wary of that armor. I'm kind of, especially in the beginning of replays, I feel like I'm more quiet because I'm trying to kind of analyze what's going on. Alright. So far, it doesn't seem like bad or anything, which is obvious. You are winning at this point. That was not good DI and could have killed you. With pretty much every other character, you would have been dead, I believe. Yeah, forward air with a lot of range. Great to abuse. Right now, Dark Pit is trying a lot to just kind of poke, get some damage in with arrows. I'm really kind of interested because it sounded like Dark Pit is likely gonna... Okay, that was... I don't know if you didn't just quite grab ledge or if Yoshi's bullshit happened. A down throw. Yeah, that was just too late. And now you are in a combo. And that was definitely a premature air dodge that could have gotten you even killed. Very weird up air. I believe that was a misinput from how I know your playstyle. You don't go for stuff like that. That Dark Pit's ledge trapping is kind of weird, I feel like. Really a lot of it. Exactly the kind of air dodge that I just pointed out for Tux. I feel like a lot of what's going wrong so far is just very, very, like, risky defensive options, if you get what I'm saying. You are using a lot of the more laggy and committal defensive options you have, instead of like sometimes even just mix-ups like doing nothing. You rarely jump out of disadvantage. Instead you definitely like air dodge away, for example. And I feel like a lot of the time you don't cover roll right now while ledge trapping. So, Dark Pit combos. The thing is, a lot of this Dark Pit's combo game seems to be based around very much around here. Exactly like that. He's just waiting for you to make a mistake after he gets something. And once again, he could have gotten something way bigger. Once again, the air dodge. This is really, by far, the greatest thing. This is, I would actually go as far as to say, the only reason you are down, and probably if you sent this in... Nope, you didn't lose this game. Still, the biggest thing, by far, is your defensive options. We are gonna look at this game again, get some more... Looking at exactly what I was trying to say right now. You probably did realize yourself, at least after I said it here, I believe, but your defensive options really harmed you a lot. And the pure fact that this Dark Pit's combo game, he always did like a very small true combo, if not even only one hit. And then waited for your defensive options, which were usually pretty laggy options, usually like air dodges, directional air dodges or something, which got you punished a lot. Things you should do more is just mixing up in disadvantage. Sometimes you should swing a move, which would have hit at times. Sometimes jump, you rarely do that. Sometimes literally just land and do nothing, or empty land grab, stuff like that. So, this Dark Pit, I honestly have to say, you said you played a very good Dark Pit and he definitely isn't bad. But I feel like if you just play around him waiting for combos, he wouldn't do that well. There was definitely aspects of his gameplay too where I'm like, okay. His ledge trapping, for example. Yeah, here just be wary of the armor. Edge guarding Pit is something that's not too worth it mostly, I feel like. That character just has a lot of options. What I also feel like is a thing in general for you as a player, also because of your character. A lot of the times you can get punished in disadvantage because it's very expectable where you land, because you like very, very rarely voluntarily land on platforms. You hate being on platforms, I often feel like. And that makes it pretty predictable. Here immediately going down from the platform after shielding. Which this Dark Pit did do here as well. It's like the platform being a very scary place for you, which is on one hand understandable. But being scared in scary situations usually harms you in this game. Because, well, what's the reason for your opponent not to work with you being scared? Yeah, just kind of outspacing him here, this time covering a roll with the ledge trap. Here, this is pretty much how this scenario right there was pretty much how I'd expect the whole match to look. Still don't quite know if you messed up your recovery or Yoshi's did something dumb there. Yeah, the second up air there can work, can also not work. So this was definitely a decent combo by the Dark Pit. But I feel like, I don't know if he did the back throw because he wasn't confident in extending a combo, because with a down throw he definitely could have extended that combo a lot. Or if he was like, I just want to get him off stage, because he kind of expects you to be a little panicky off stage, which, well, you are, and which could have killed you here if he didn't mess up there. That, I believe, was just a misinput. I believe you wanted to land on stage with the forward air and up tilt, but happens. Now, yeah, misspacing by Dark Pit. The get up attack. He really smash attacks too often while ledge trapping. And once again, he waits. He waits. This is really what kind of just shows the big part I'm talking about. He just waits for your defensive options. I know you can do that a lot against me because I am too bad to like just wait for you doing stupid options usually. And I do just try to get anything. But yeah, here probably underestimated the range of that hit or something. This Dark Pit rolled very much, I feel like, from ledge. So, once again, this time grabbing ledge, which is way better because, well, on ledge you can't immediately get punished. He also probably, he waits, gets the punish. Shield there, he waits, could have gotten a punish. Once again, you definitely are seeing the problem here right now, I believe. You probably should have died here, but he decided to go for an F smash again, which is kind of weird in my opinion. If he just ran off with Nair or something, I believe he would have actually won that game. But he didn't, because he kind of overcommitted. So yeah, that's really only one big thing I can find, but that thing is really, really big. And like, that game would have probably not been close otherwise. Not gonna lie. I think you would have won very, very solidly. If not for playing disadvantage, kinda panicky at times. Alright, hope I could help you out as well. Which obviously goes for everybody submitting stuff here. If questions stay open, feel free to ask me on Discord, in the comments, wherever. And now we are getting to the last player. K.Rule, as I already said. I'm always kind of scared if K.Rule sent in stuff, because I feel like one day there will be a K.Rule that I just cannot help at all, because he's so much better than me or stuff. Okay, he's saying, this is from a recent Wi-Fi tournament set in the OCE region. probably Oceania, I believe. Yeah, he's got the Australia-Oceania role on my Discord, so it's gonna be that. I feel like there was much more I could have done in this specific matchup set than what I've shown, but I want to see your point of view on this. Byleth matchup. Interesting. I'm really excited to see that, not gonna lie. I like playing against Byleth a decent amount. Okay, this is very different. Why exactly? Is this a video instead of a replay? I believe so. If it is, next time probably just upload the replay, because this doesn't only look as for you, this looks as for me as well. Alright. On one hand, the recording kind of fucked up as I changed the app. And also, YouTube doesn't work on the Switch with this video, and I don't have the link to watch it on PC. So we are gonna have to use what we've got here. So, it looks as I said, but yeah. He definitely shouldn't have nared there. I believe forward air just would have hit. Committal up air there. Down tilt randomly in neutral is always a weird thing to do. Like, it can work, and if it does, it gets a lot of damage in, but... Okay, you are not much about edge guarding Byleth, it seems. Trying to cover Rool a lot while ledge trapping. I'm gonna keep an eye out for the edge guarding thing at first. Risky up air, but worked out. Yeah, a lot of times at this point, you try to punish him spacing safe moves on your shield, instead of punishing what he's doing after, which is usually shielding. So, if he just throws a fair on your shield, you pretty much always go for an attack. You can just go for a grab, because, like, he shields pretty much every time. Yeah, a lot of neutral get-ups on ledge, which is scary against Byleth. Random dash attack in neutral, never a good idea. There's also my propaganda, like, my propaganda is, K.Rule dash attack is one of his very worst moves. Alright, getting the back throw finally. He could have gotten a bigger edge guard, I believe, but didn't. But he's gonna go for an up B catch now, isn't he? Oh, that was very good by him with the side B. Obviously could have tagged it to live. I definitely like the way you are trying to go very low to not get caught by the up B. Well, he used an alternative option, which worked out well for him. Scary air dodge, because Byleth down air is so strong and just beats out our up B, so being off stage like that is usually very scary, and he wants that. Yeah, a very quick game. That Byleth dispatching you pretty much. Very big thing that I already said. You want to edgeguard Byleth. I know, it's scary. Edgeguarding Byleth is scary. But K.Rule has the options. What exactly can you do to edgeguard Byleth? You can just run off Nair, usually pretty good. Also, I believe that Byleth up B for some reason doesn't really grab your Nair, even though it is a grab. But yeah. And very matchup specific tip. Teva recoveries are like a 50-50 against Gangplank Gank. They either Teva high or they Teva low. If they Teva low, Gangplank Gank is like guaranteed. If you don't quite know what Gangplank Gank is right now, that's when you shoot the cannonball into the stage, the cannonball drops down, you combo a back air out of it. That's actually a pretty consistent thing against Teva characters. If they Teva high, you can punish that with Nair or Fair. If they Teva low, Gangplank Gank, stock. Yeah, that's definitely what you should do against Byleth, because edge guarding that character is like one of their greatest weakness. Yeah, I hope that's the plural of weakness. I-words. So at this point it's still kind of even. Yeah, you wanted to jump in with Nair, I believe. Good option coverage there. The down tilt definitely was a little too committal. And if I recall correctly, this is kind of the moment where the game started to fall apart a little for you. Okay, not quite. Now it's the ledge trapping situation. You covered Rool a lot, which only worked once. I mean, 2 framing Teva recoveries is hard as fuck, I believe. At least in my opinion it is. The Nair there, pretty risky. If he forward aired your head, you would have been dead. And yeah, Byleth definitely played out this scenario well. Neutral get up is risky because Byleth just outspaces you on ledge there. Doesn't mean you shouldn't ever neutral get up or something. But especially neutral get up and then an attack is quite risky against Byleth. While offstage, usually you kind of want to call out what they are doing. Maybe even go high a few times to catch them off guard if possible. And if you can't manage that, get as close to the ledge as possible. Try to get the spacing so they don't manage to up you from the other side. And if they go for a stage spike, well, you have to take that. Here we've got another Nair. That down air also is scary, but pretty slow. I feel like you didn't stall much off stage, which is definitely helpful in this matchup, because what I like doing, I can just go back in this, right? That's actually helpful. But yeah, in scenarios like that, I would like go for like jump and crown the Byleth, because they don't have ledge grab invincibility anymore. Either they tag and are not in a great situation to edge guard you anymore, or they don't tag and just get sent very far away, probably even dying because of a stage spike, or they get up before the crown hits and are not in a great situation to edge guard you anymore. Throwing crown there is a very strong option quite often, while that back air could have worked, but definitely more risky. So now you get hit here. Here you stalled very well, also went pretty much the angle that I think is best for you in this matchup. But we're not ready for side B and tag. That was a very good play by the Byleth. Just, yeah. I don't really blame you for not taking that. I don't know if I would have. But obviously, if you would have, things would have gone better for you. And yeah, now this is why I really don't like going to the left, because it's just so much easier, I feel like, for Byleth to edgeguard you when they are facing away from the stage. I can't explain why exactly, it just feels so much easier for them. I just want to look a little at your neutral and advantage again, because I feel like you only got in stray hits like every time. Yeah, didn't get anything here. I feel like in neutral and advantage, you often did not pressure them too much, which you want. You want Byleth to be pressured. That character can break down quite well under that. Isn't the greatest at getting out of combos. And wants to be outside of your range and space you out. Which is something you definitely want to achieve. In neutral, if they are out of your range, Crown can do a good job, but I believe at least Sweet Spot, Fair and Bear can break the Crown armor. Like a break in, like you still get knockback because Crown armor only works until 14.4% with 1v1 damage multiplier. And yeah. Other than that, Byleth isn't fast. So if they are away from you, shield is definitely your friend. Because what are they gonna do? Run up grab? You can react to that. And yeah, what else are they gonna do? And if they get in closer, you can try like F tilt forward air. If they land with a forward air or back air, you can try to dash attack through that to get in some damage. I believe that is pretty much all I can tell you right here about this matchup. I hope I could help you out a little. And yeah, with that, we are done for today's episode of K.Rule's learning session. Thank you to everyone who submitted. Again, I hope I was able to help you out. If you all, no matter if in the video or not, enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and or subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and hopefully see you in another video. Bye.